Want a sword? Get a mentor. Hey, it's Nina Carmichael, and we make these videos because you're probably the most ambitious person in your circle. But you know you're capable of more, and you need a push by surrounding yourself with the best. So today, let's learn from one of the best, my husband Evan Carmichael. And everything that you are surrounded by is keeping you poor. Enjoy. Okay, let's kick it off with rule number 1, raise your environment.
You become who you consistently hang around with, who you spend the majority of your time with, both people who you're actually physically meeting and connecting with and hanging out with, and what you feed into your brain. That's how you start to think. That's how you start to behave. That's how you start to act. Think about your mindsets, your belief systems. It comes from the people who you're consistently around. So if you want to change your life, you want to change your direction, you're tired of living where you are, you're tired of your situation right now, the fastest way to change it is to change who you start to associate with. I remember when I first got started on my entrepreneurial career, I always felt like I was kind of a dummy. I was a slow learner in school. I didn't fail out of class, but I never got the straight A's, that my sisters kept getting. And what I realized was I'm not dumb. I just need the right models and the right mentors. I had a different way of learning than a lot of people. And when I started to figure that out, I was like, I'm not an idiot. I'm not dumb. I can do this, but I need to be around the people who are doing it because when I can get that mentorship, when I can get that learning style down, then I can do amazing things. That's it. That's the only difference. The only difference is I just don't have the right people around me. And I learned that lesson over and over and over and over again, that when I just try to figure it out myself, I usually don't win. When I'm doing a structured learning style, like in a classroom setting, I also usually don't win. But when I can surround myself with the people who are doing it and get the coaching and mentorship and guidance that I need, I can win. I can actually do stuff. It's a big revelation. I'm not a dummy like I thought I was growing up. And so how do you do it? How do you actually start to be around the people who are inspiring you, lifting you up? I'm gonna share 3 strategies that I think will help. Okay. The first is actual people in your life. So you start to audit the people in your life. How much of the people in your life building you up, making you believe in yourself, giving you encouragement, giving you support, giving you love, telling you that you can do it? How many people do you have like that in your life? Probably not a lot. Most of us probably don't have that many people. And so you want to immediately cut out the people who are not giving you that hope and encouragement, or at least spending less time with them, because maybe that's your mom, right? So spending less time or not talking about your career or your business with the people who don't support you, and then injecting more of the people who do, and fighting to find ways to spend more time with the people who lift you up, who make you feel like things are possible, fighting to spend more time with them. I have an expression that I use where I like to collect good people. I like to collect good people, I like to have people around me that make me feel great. And when I find somebody, I fight to try to spend more time with them. Whether it's start a business with them, whether that's do a monthly call with them. Think about who's made you feel the best, who is somebody that you know, and it probably isn't your parents or close family members. There's somebody in the outer ring of your circle. How can you now regularly spend more time with them? An easy starting point is a monthly coffee. How can you have a monthly coffee with them to talk about your business ideas and where you're going? So you want to try to inject more of that positivity into your circle, into your group, into your life. Step number 2 is the aspirational people that you may never meet, but you can be surrounded by. So if you love Warren Buffett, hey, maybe Warren Buffett's not going to sit down with you for a monthly coffee to chat about your business and your ideas, but there's his videos, there's his books, there's lots of stuff on YouTube. You can start with my channel. There's a lot of content that you can learn. If you watched a Warren Buffett video every day, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna start to think like him. You're gonna start to adopt his mindset, his mentality. You're gonna take on his belief systems a little bit more. And so the more you're around Warren Buffett, the more you're gonna start to process things like him and think like him. And so you may never meet him. For all the people who are watching this and say, well, I don't know anybody who's had success. Okay, well, you don't need to, but you can still learn from the people who've done it. That's the beauty of YouTube right now. That's everything that I've learned. I learned how to get out of the hole I was in with my first business by learning from Bill Gates. I still have never met Bill Gates, but he saved my company because I learned from his story. Because I was willing to, at that time, read books. Now I would much prefer to watch videos and to read books on the topic, but however you learn, videos, books, podcasts, your heroes are making content, be around them more. Be around them more because they will lift you up. They will make you feel like things are possible when the people around you are telling you all the reasons why you're not going to win. And then step number 3 is join some kind of group. Join some kind of group, some kind of community, some kind of connection where you can be around like-minded people. The one that I use a lot is my Movement Makers program. So inside Movement Makers, we meet every 2 weeks talking about a different tactic to grow your movement and also connecting people together. It becomes a family. When you're the only one in your circle doing something, man, it's so hard to keep going, to keep the motivation, to be the person who's constantly lifting other people up. Who's doing that for you? So whether it's Movement Makers or some other program, get into one where you're around your peers, when you're around people who are also trying to do big things, when you're around somebody else who's trying to have a big impact and change the world. And when you're saying even language like that, if I'm talking about, I want to build something to change the world, most of the people shopping here at Costco are like, who's this crazy guy? You can't do that, right? That's most of the people around us. But when you find your tribe of people who are also trying to do something big, something scary, something crazy, you start to feel like, this is possible, finally, yes, right? And so whether it's Movement Makers or something else, to get a part of a network of people, your peers. So in the first 2 bits of advice, you're learning from people who've done more than you, but being just around peers who are doing the same thing, maybe in a different industry, but they're trying to chase down their goals. You can motivate each other so that when you're feeling down, they give you a little bit of extra jet fuel and you do the same for them. You fill them up when they need it, because that little extra bit can make the difference between you quitting and you going off and spending one more day. And that one day might be the difference between you building a giant company or working at some job that you hate for the rest of your life. And so your heroes really matter. The people you surround yourself with really matters. There's only so much you can do completely by yourself. The fastest way to win is to model success. And so you can do that. You can do that if you follow those 3 steps. If you start to weed out the people from your life who are just filling you with negativity and spend more time with good people, learn to collect good people. If you learn from your aspirational mentors and you watch their videos, make it part of your daily routine. That's why I make so much content, because there's always somebody you can learn from. But there's no excuse. I don't know how many videos we do every single day, a lot of different videos every single day. Why? Because there's no excuse now for you not to be surrounded by your heroes, to learn something from them, to be educated by them, to be inspired by them. Every single day, whether it's my videos or something else, to inject that as part of your daily routine in the morning. It really, really matters. And then 3, to join a group, some kind of peer group, be around people who are doing things that you can lean on and ask for their support, and that you can support them as well when they need the help. You do those 3 things, your life will change.
Rule number 2, change your mindset.
I'm going to give you the most important strategy that the next time you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling defeated, you're feeling like giving up, will save you and help you find that inner strength and next gear. Here it is. Tell yourself it's the best. The next time you're feeling down, frustrated, depressed, angry, tell yourself it's the best. Because now this is your chance to show yourself and the world what you're made of. The next time you're stuck at a red light and you're frustrated and complaining, it's the best. The next time you're working out and you feel like you're on your last set and your lungs are on fire and you can't push again, it's the best. The next time you're frustrated in business that you're not getting the sales you need and you feel like you're waking up every day and there's no momentum, it's the best. It's the best. This is your chance. This is your chance. You can complain for 7.5 seconds and get frustrated and then tweak it inside your brain to say, this is the best. Why? What does it do? First, it switches your mindset to one of hopelessness to one of resourcefulness. It switches your mindset from one of hopelessness, that this sucks, that I'm giving up, I'm defeated, it's over. Why does this happen to me? Why does this suck? To one of resourcefulness, that this is the best. This is my chance, because you grow through challenges, and this is the next challenge in front of me that I am going to grow through. Here's an example. I'm on a flight from Vancouver to LA, and the guy next to me stinks. Just stinks. He's probably been on 3 or 4 different layovers, hasn't slept in forever, and just really smells. And I'm sure he's a great guy, but he smelled really badly. And I'm sitting next to him and it's a full flight. So what are my options? Not make my speaking gig in LA? Just not show up, get off the plane? No. Am I gonna be pissed off the whole time there and then that's a 5-hour flight, be upset then, and then when I get there I'm still upset and it ruins my whole day? No, I'm gonna say this is the best. So I complain for 7.5 seconds. This smelly dude next to me, I'm gonna sit next to him for 5 hours. And then what do? Breathe it in. It's the best. Because that smelly guy is not stronger than me. Because I'm teaching myself that I can grow from this. That this is not the edge of my capabilities. That sitting next to some smelly guy for 5 hours is not the edge of my capabilities. I can do more. This is the best. This is my chance to show myself in the world what I'm made of. It's the best. So try to catch it. You won't catch it most of the time. It's okay. You can be gentle on yourself in that part. But when you do catch it, when you catch yourself feeling frustrated, sad, down, depressed, tell yourself this is the best. And what would the strongest, most resilient version of you do? And then go do that thing and become that person.
Also, if you want to have more self-confidence and self-belief, the science says it can take up to 254 days of consecutive action for you to shift that habit forward. So I've designed a special free program to help you get more self-belief for every day. For 254 days, I will send you an email to an unlisted video that if you watch it, will shift your confidence forward. The links to join for free are in the description below. And you have an overview of what your book is all about, and you write into them. There's usually a general email address so you can connect with them.
You can use rejection as fuel to help you go off and do something bigger and motivation to, I'm going to prove them wrong.
Surround yourself with greatness. If you want to be more confident, you need to surround yourself with things that make you feel confident.
Rule number 3, do difficult things.
Self-love comes from doing difficult things. Self-love, self-confidence, self-respect, all of it comes from doing difficult things and praising yourself for doing them. I think it's one of the most important things that people don't do enough. But I think in order to actually make the praise stick, you have to prove to yourself that you're worthy of it. By doing difficult things. You can say, I'm a badass entrepreneur. You can say, I'm amazing and I love myself. But why? Your brain's ain't gonna say, well, no you don't. No you don't. Show me, what have you done? You're waking up and doing the same thing you did yesterday. At least this is the conversation in my head. So by doing difficult things, by doing the thing, even if you don't get the result, it doesn't matter about the result. You're tying your self-worth, your self-confidence to the effort, to trying the difficult thing. To taking action on a difficult thing that you were scared to do. If you woke up every day and did something that made you scared, that was difficult, that made your heart go boom, 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 like that. You did that every day, and then you praised yourself afterwards for the effort, I promise you're gonna love yourself. I promise you're gonna go off and do amazing things. You're gonna take that idea that you've got and go off and actually execute it and actually implement it. One of the biggest reasons why you're not is because you don't believe in yourself. That's why I think lack of belief is the single biggest problem in the world. I'm trying to solve the world's biggest problem. People don't believe in themselves enough. The woman who solves cancer is a manager at some restaurant and she hates her life because she never believed in herself enough to actually go down the path that she should have gone down, because she listened to her parents and friends and family and society to go do the safe thing. And she's got a safe, boring life that she hates because she doesn't love herself and she doesn't believe in herself enough. And so you have to do the things that make you scared, that are difficult. It's not about being fearless, it's about feeling the fear and still going off and doing it and then saying, I'm amazing because I tried. Because if you woke up every day and did something where you felt amazing that you tried, you're gonna actually go off and accomplish amazing things and you're gonna feel amazing about yourself. This then allows you to take on more criticism. I think people should actually be harder on themselves. I think people should be harder on themselves. I think a big problem is people are not hard enough on themselves. But you can't be harder on yourself because you don't love yourself enough. The people who are coming here, the people, sitting there on that beach down there, the people here who are escaping a life that they don't love, for the most part, why do people go on a vacation, come to some amazing place like this? Because they're running away from a life that they don't like. The people like that, they can't be harder on themselves. Half of those people are already borderline suicidal. They can't be harder on themselves. They can't be hard on themselves because they don't love themselves enough. Imagine a yin-yang circle, right? The more you love yourself, the more you are your own biggest cheerleader, the more you fill your cup up, the more you can be harder on yourself and take more criticism and feedback and negativity. Constructive feedback. constructive feedback and negativity, right? Air quotes, negativity. The more you can handle, because it's not sticking to you because you love yourself so much. You need to be your biggest cheerleader as well as your biggest critic. And too many people are their biggest critic, but not their biggest cheerleader. The only thing that matters is what you say to yourself when you see yourself in the mirror every night and every morning. How do you actually feel about yourself? It doesn't matter if people love you. Do you love you? And self-love comes from doing difficult things and then praising yourself for it and saying, I'm amazing, look what I just did. I'm here speaking in Puerto Rico at Brendan Burchard's mastermind event, and I was nervous getting on stage. I was nervous. And I'm like, who am I to go do this? And Brendan's giving me this amazing intro about how I helped him and how inspired he is and how I'm going to change their lives. And my heart's beating out of my chest like, holy cow. I don't want to disappoint people because it's my biggest fear. I don't want to disappoint Brendan. I'm thinking in my head, please, Brendan, don't talk such a big game about me because I don't want to disappoint people when I get on stage. And then I got on stage and I delivered my message and I got a standing ovation afterwards, which made me feel amazing. But it wasn't about the standing ovation. It was that I got up and I tried. Because if I felt the discomfort, the unease, the heart beating, boom, 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 the fear of potential disappointment, the fear of potentially being judged by people, and then playing small, that is teaching yourself that you suck. Whenever you get an idea, something that you know, you have to go off and try. And you don't. You play small because you're afraid. It's not neutral, it's negative. You're teaching yourself, I suck, I'm afraid, I'm playing small. You may not admit that out loud, but that's the story you tell yourself at home when it's just you in the mirror. That you play small, that you suck, that you can't handle it, that you're not good enough. And you don't want that cycle to repeat itself over and over and over and over again. And so when you tie your self-worth to the effort, that I'm willing to try, that even if I get on stage and just vomit everywhere and suck and do let everybody down, I tried my hardest. I tried my hardest. And patting yourself on the back and saying, I'm amazing for trying. Because if you woke up every day and you tried, you'll vomit a little bit less the next time. And then the next time you don't vomit at all. And the next time you crush it. Why do you expect to be great the first time you get out there? As adults, we don't try enough things because we think we're supposed to be great. You're not going to be, why is your first video going to be great? You will not be great. You're going to suck at the beginning. The results will suck, not you as a human. You're amazing for trying. You're amazing for putting yourself out there. That's the story. That's the pat yourself on the back that you need to do more of. Doing the difficult things, tying your self-worth to the effort, not the results, and then praising yourself for doing it is the whole game. You do that, your mindset starts to shift. Your belief system starts to shift. What you feel you're capable of starts to shift. And in that shift is your greatness. In that shift are the amazing things that you can create for yourself, for your family, for your community, for the world. You're a perfect masterpiece and a work in progress, both at the same time. So praise yourself for the effort that you're putting in today and go make yourself proud of you.
Rule number 4, be consistent.
Lack of consistency is one of the biggest reasons why entrepreneurs fail. It's one of the biggest reasons. You're a genius, you have great ideas, you want to serve, you know you're capable of more, and you have these moments of inspiration and moments of boldness and moments of massive productivity and focus and clarity, but it's not consistent. And that's why most entrepreneurs will lose. Because you might crush it on a Saturday or a Sunday or a Monday, but then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you fall back down. Until the next Saturday when you're up and flying again. It's not enough. It's much more about what you do every day. You are what you consistently do. It's a huge problem for entrepreneurs, so let's fix it. Number one, if you are a part-time entrepreneur, if you work for someone else, you're a part-time entrepreneur, you need to make sure that every single day you're working on your business. Every single day, you have to work on your business, no matter what. Even if it's for 15 minutes at night, every single day, you cannot let momentum die. Even just to show yourself that you can. Even if it's a crazy long day and your boss is yelling at you and you come home and your spouse is angry and your kids are sick, even then, you have to spend 15 minutes on your business, half an hour on your business, every single day. You cannot let the momentum die. Don't disappoint yourself. Number two, if you're already full-time in your business, great. You need to have CEO time every day in your business. CEO time
time where you spend being the CEO. What does that mean? It's different for different entrepreneurs, but when you're working on the business instead of in it, if you spend all time just working in the business, just putting out fires and never growing, guess what? You're never going to grow. If you never have CEO time built into your business, you will never be a CEO. And so you need to make sure that every day you have CEO time built into your business. Again, maybe it's only half an hour, but in that half an hour, you're spending time growing your company, you're going to start seeing results. And my last tip is I want you to start your morning off powerfully. I want you to chart your start. I want you to have a morning routine that inspires you, that makes you feel bold. Most people, what do they do when they wake up? First thing they do is they hit the snooze button. What does that mean? It means last night you set a goal. I'm going to wake up at a certain time, right? I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 7 a.m., 12, noon. I don't care what time you have to wake up. You set a goal, you're going to wake up. And then the very first thing that you do, how you start your day, every day is you say, I am not going to hit my goal today. That's how you start your day. That's how most of America starts their day. They say, I'm not going to hit my goal today. How do you think you're going to go off and have an amazing day and crush it and go hit your crazy big goals and ambitions that you have as an entrepreneur when you tell yourself and you reinforce it every morning that you are the kind of person who doesn't hit their goals? You got to change that. You got to wake up. Wake up when you say you're going to wake up. Get out of bed when you say you're going to get out of bed. That's step one. Then step two is, what is a morning routine that sets you up for success? Most people wake up like it's an accident. They wake up, you check your phone, you're responding to other people's emergencies and their agenda for your time. That's not how you need to start your day. Successful people, they own their morning. What does your morning look like? And we've all felt inspired and bold at some point. You felt it. You've been bold, you've been inspired at some point in your life. Great. Whatever that thing was that made you feel bold, unstoppable, inspired, put that into your morning routine. Maybe it's watching a video, maybe it's reading a book, maybe it's doing an act of kindness, maybe it's meditating, maybe it's prayer, whatever it is, with intention, because some of you have a morning routine already. I'm talking to you. You have a morning routine already, but you're not crushing it every day. You're not coming out of that morning routine feeling bold, inspired consistently. That's what we're talking about. Consistency here. Sometimes you just go through the motions of your morning routine. Sometimes you just pray, but you're not really connecting. Sometimes you just watch a video, but you're making your breakfast, you're brushing your teeth, and you're not paying attention. With intention, do your morning routine. You must come out of your morning routine every single day feeling bold, unstoppable, and confident. If you did that, if you woke up every day on time like you say you're going to, you're not going to hit the snooze button, you get out of bed, and then you did the thing that made you feel bold, powerful, and unstoppable every single day, holy cow, I guarantee you your life 1 year from today will look dramatically different than where you are right now. Consistency is the game. You are what you consistently do, and I want to see you win.
Rule number 5, the last one before our very special bonus clip, raise your standards.
One of the hardest things in the world to do is to raise your standards. Everything that you are surrounded by keeps you where you are. Your friends, your family, the media you consume, your habits, everything. Your environment has been perfectly created to keep you exactly where you are right now. If you want to raise your standards, you need to raise your environment. I met up with a friend of mine recently who I've known for 12 plus years, and he was talking about how much I changed over the years. And for those of you hardcore fans of mine, you can go back on my content and see how much I've changed. But specifically for him, he's an entrepreneur. I've seen his business grow over the years. And he talked about how much more willing I was to be truthful, to be honest, to push him when it was uncomfortable, and believe in him even harder, to say the things that are uncomfortable that need to be said that will help him get to where he needs to be, to believe in people more than they believe in themselves. He's seen the changes in me and how much more direct I am, how much more confident I am, and how that's helped him directly in his business and his life. Where did that come from? It came from my videos. If you go back and watch my old content, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I loved what I was talking about. I thought it could help, but I didn't have the emotional commitment to the words. A lot of my messaging and belief has stayed the same, but my confidence and my commitment and my standards have raised because of the videos that I consumed, because my environment was a certain way and it was pretty good. But now in watching my own channel, watching my own content, being a subscriber to myself, making my videos for me, and then sharing it with the world, I feel like I have all these people on my wall and more in my ear every day. I've got Steve Jobs talking to me every day. I got Oprah Winfrey in this ear. I got Elon Musk back over here. I've got all these people every day, all these successful people in my ears constantly. When you are around successful people, you will become more successful. When you hang around these people, you will start to think like they think. You will adopt their mindset. You will see the world the way that they see the world. And so you have a choice. Look at your current environment. Look at the people who you're currently hanging out with. Look at the media that you are currently consuming. Does it lift you up? Does it build you to be a better version of you? The thing that you want to go off and do, the thing that you need most in your life, are you surrounding yourself with that enough in your environment? Are you taking enough of it in? I want more belief in my life, and so I get a daily injection of belief through my channel, right? I inject myself with belief every day so that if you come around me and you've got a cold and you sneeze on me, right? You're a negative person, you're pessimistic, you sneeze on me with your negativity, I'm good because I have so much belief in me from the injection. But if you're not as solid, if you're not as strong, if your environment doesn't support that, then you stay where you are. Or worse, you start to go negative. And so I've grown in my abilities, in my confidence, in my skill set, in my mindset by being around the people that I profile on my channel every single day. When you raise your environment, you raise your standards. So I'm gonna give you a 3-step process that you can use to also raise your environment and raise your standards and get to where you wanna go in life. Here we go. Determine your one word. I wrote a book, Your One Word. You can pick it up or just quickly go through this exercise where you think about what is your one word most important core value. You are a human being, and every human has a single most important core value. For me, it's belief. Whatever you figure it out, it's always something positive. I've never had somebody's one word be hate or death. It's always something positive, but it's an aspirational thing. For me, I want to believe more in myself and others, even more so than I do right now. Your one word, your most important core value is aspirational. Whether it's freedom or inspire or motivate or care or belong or family or extraordinary or believe, whatever it is, it's a personal choice. But whatever you pick, whatever your most important core value one word is, that's what you need more in life. That's what you need to surround yourself more with. And so the very first step to figure out what kind of environment do you want to make? This might not mean anything to you. People ask me can I buy those posters? Well, this is a picture of me and my parents when I'm like 9 years old. You want a picture of me and my parents on your wall? This is the environment for me, designed around belief. You need to start by figuring out what is your one word most important core value. Step number 2 is then you create an environment around it. You think about what's on the walls. This is the easiest part. What's on the walls? When you walk into the place where you are working, what's on the walls? What's on the background of your computer screen? What's on the background of your cell phone? When you load this, we're loading this how many times a day? What's the message that hits you? Design your environment. The beautiful thing about designing an environment is you do it once. I figured out that these people meant something to me. Every poster back here tells a story that's personal to me. I like being in here and having Steve Jobs staring me down, my favorite entrepreneur, E.P. Giannini behind me, my parents, Howard, Kanye. I like having these people on my wall. They all tell me a story. It's a reminder every time I walk in, boom, they're hitting me in the face. And the beautiful thing is, I only had to do that once. I had to sit down and figure out what I wanted to have on my walls. I had to go off and create the posters and buy them. And then that's it. You set your environment up once, and then it motivates you every day forever. And so your office environment, what's on the desk, what's on your computer screen, what's on your cell phone, what's in your bedroom, what's on the mirror, design your environment once around your one word. So this means believe to me. Figure out your one word and then create your environment around it. And step number 3 is establish a morning routine to lift you up. So again, once you figure out your one word, you've created your environment, now we got to do daily habits. What's the thing that helps make you feel your one word on a daily basis? If you did the thing to help make you feel your one word, your most important core value, that makes you feel bold, confident, powerful, unstoppable, you did that thing every single morning, your life would be dramatically different. You will force yourself to raise your standards through your habits and your routine. So what is the thing for you that makes you come alive? For me, how do I get belief in the morning? I have to think about an entrepreneur that I helped yesterday. So much of what I do is just in front of, I'm talking to a camera. You know, my wife is here in front of me doing her work. I got these people behind me on the walls, but I'm just sitting here talking into a camera. It's easy to forget the impact that my work has. It's easy to get up and just live life when there's nothing forcing you to have to get better. And so I remind myself of the impact that I had yesterday. I think about an entrepreneur that I helped out through my content, through my one-on-ones, and then I have to share a message. The sharing the message makes me feel like I'm contributing again. That's what makes me feel believe. That's how I have to start my day. If I don't do that, I don't have as good a day. So whatever the thing is, when you figure out your one word, or whatever the thing is that makes you feel that emotion, not just checking the box of, yeah, I did it. You have to feel that every day. If you did that first thing every morning, your life will be dramatically different. So number one, figure out what your one word is. Number two, design an environment around it. And number three, create a morning routine that will lift you up.
I like to say that everybody has Michael Jordan level talent at something. I believe it. I think you have Michael Jordan level talent at something. I think you're a genius, a legit, bona fide genius. You should be off there changing the world. I believe it. I think you have that talent. I think you have that capabilities. Most people don't. Most people, one, they don't believe in themselves enough to actually go off and chase it. And most people, two, don't go off and explore to find the thing that they have genius at, that they could be Michael Jordan at, Warren Buffett at. And instead, you try to photocopy somebody else's life. You try to be the next somebody. No, you're a genius. Let's go. Let's chase it down. That's why I'm on my mission. I want to solve the world's biggest problem, untapped human potential. I think everybody is that genius, and they either don't know what the thing is that they should be doing, or they don't believe in themselves hard enough to go and chase it down. So let's work through those two things. Whatever camp you fall into, there's going to be advice that will help you. One, you don't know what you're a genius at. Amazing. What's the path? You explore, you test, you try. People settle way too early in life. You settle. How do you know if you like sushi or not until you taste it? You don't. You should be trying everything. I think everybody should try to be an entrepreneur. Everybody should try to have a YouTube channel. Everybody should try to have a podcast. Everybody should try to be an accountant. Like, you should try. You should pick up everything just to get a sense. Say yes to everything once. Adopt that mindset mentality. We get locked in to career paths way too soon. Why? Because that's what our parents did? Because that's what we went to school for? Why? You're going to now live the rest of your life doing something because you've only tried 5 different things and now you're going to pick? Like, that's a recipe for disaster. That's why 95% of America wakes up and drives to the job that they hate. You have to try. You have to say yes. And don't tie your self-worth to the results. You will suck at the beginning. Whatever you first start doing, you will suck. It will not work out. My first YouTube videos sucked. Go back, watch it, so you can see how bad I was when I first started my videos. I sucked. I was awkward. I was nervous. I was introverted. It took me 350 videos until I wasn't completely embarrassed by myself. 350 videos. And so the acid test needs to be, do you like the process? Do you want to go back and do it again? You may not have been good at it, but do you want to go off and do it again? So like when you go on a first date, Nina's here. Hello, Nina. Hello, Nina. We love you. Her new nails. Nina got her new nails. When you go on a date, when I went on my first date with Nina, the acid test is, do I want to go on a second date? Not, am I going to marry this person? Just, do you want to go back and do it again? Don't put so much pressure that this has to be the thing that works out and is the rest of your life. You won't know. You won't know at first glance. So you need to say yes to a whole bunch of things. When you don't know what you want to do in life, you need to say yes to almost everything. As long as it falls within your personal, values, ethics, you're not harming yourself, most things you should go off and try. I think you should try. I don't think you've tried enough. If you don't know what you want to do in life, you have not tried enough. I'm going to put my phone down on here because my arm is getting tired. You have not tried enough. You have not tried enough, and you need to try more. Next step, if you found the thing, you know what you want to do. You know what you have potential greatness at. You need to believe in that greatness. You need to believe in that greatness. You need to chase it down. And it's hard because maybe nobody in your family has ever done that before, right? Maybe nobody in your family has experienced or any kind of background in this before, right? Nobody's done it. So it's hard. But you have to, because otherwise you will live the rest of your life in regret, knowing that you could have done more. You could have been great at something, but you stuck to this crappy job that you hate, because it was the safe thing to do. You will hate your entire life if you do not fix this problem. Why am I going so hardcore on YouTube right now? Why am I pushing hard on Instagram too right now? Why do 3 videos a day? Why do 6 posts a day on Instagram? Why? Why? Because I have a window. Because there's a window on your opportunity. Because my window is now. Because this is a magic moment for me with my skills and my interests and my talents and my passions right now in the world of entrepreneurship, in the world of YouTube and Instagram, how it's all coming together. It all fits perfectly for where I'm at right now. And so I have to push hard. You put the blinders on. You put the blinders on and stop looking for other opportunities. It's right in front of you. You know the thing you have to go off and do. Go be great at it. And maybe you have to develop the skills. I had to develop the skills. I am not naturally gifted at this. Go back and watch my old videos. It took me a long time to get good at speaking in front of the camera, speaking in front of an audience, not being afraid, not being always so introverted. It took me a long time to get out of that. But you have to. This is the only way that you win. You want to win, you want to be happy, you want to win the game of life, you want to have a big impact, you want to win as an entrepreneur. This is the only path. You can't just copy somebody else. You can model, you can learn, but you have to figure out what is your circle of competence. You have to figure it out, and then when you find it, you have to go all in. That's it. Those are your only options. Otherwise you lose, and you'll always know you're capable of more, but you're too afraid to go chase it down. So one, if you have no idea what you're great at, you have no idea what you want to do, you're not going to think your way through this. You won't figure it out sitting on the couch or watching this video. You're going to get it by going off and doing it. You get an idea, you try it. Idea, try it. Idea, try it. Just say yes. Expect to fail at everything. And just think, do I want to go back and do that again? And if the answer is yes, then you go back and you keep going back and you keep going back, and suddenly you found your passion. And if you found the thing that you know you want to do, you found the thing that you know you have genius in, then you have to believe in yourself, and you have to pound on your craft, and you have to do that thing every single day to develop the talent, to develop your skill, to be amazing at that thing, because that is what you were born to do. You're a genius. You have Warren Buffett talent. You have Michael Jordan level talent, and you have to find it, and you have to own it, and you have to use it to become happy for yourself and to make a difference for the people around you and the world.
Because you made it this far in a video, I want to celebrate you. Most people start and don't finish. Most people never actually follow through. Most people say they want something, but they don't ever do the work to actually get it. But you are different. You are special. Believe Nation, you made it here all the way to the end, and I love you. So as a special celebration, if you put a hashtag believe down in the comments below on this video, I will showcase you and celebrate you somewhere on the screen in a future video, because you are awesome.
If you want to learn how to supercharge your business success, check out the video next to me. I think you can enjoy it. Continue to believe. I will see you there.
It's not going to be something that has like a giant reach, but if 100 people see that video and it's the exact people that you need,
Right.
they're much more likely to sign up for getting the video course and get into your world. We're going to talk about resumes!